guys, welcome back to my channel. Andre here of cinemorph.com. Today with some Civil War action by Hot Toys, and we got the Mark 46 on the review table. An incredible release, that's what I already can tell you. And look at this magnificent portrait. So before I give you my quick thoughts, two big shout outs. First to Anthony saying Budget Stock, thanks for mentioning my channel on your videos, Anthony. You're an incredible hardcore Iron Man collector, and I just want to give you this favor with a quick shout out. So let's check out his videos as well. He did some first impression videos and some cool comparison videos with other suits. And the second shout out goes to a French collector. Its name is Virtual Devil here on YouTube. It's Samuel Baudard that I met about 3 weeks ago. He does some amazing French videos, so if you understand a bit of French, just check him out. He does some cool and very in-depth videos. Alright, let's go into the video review of mine, and let's start out with the box first. Alright, as you can see, it's the Iron Man Mark 46 MMS353. It's the 16th die-cast release by Hot Toys, and probably the must-have if you want to have an Iron Man figure from the movie Civil War. It's quite a thick box actually, because you have two huge compartments, one for the figure and one for the accessories and the huge base. So, and as you can see, some nice work done on the actual prints here from the characters, so really cool, and it will fit right into your box collection. So, and here we go with the Mark 46 out of the box with the helmeted portrait. Amazing usage of colors, red, gold, silver applications everywhere. Let's go first for the accessories. As you can see, just there behind the base is a different stand that's actually used for having the figure stand on this diorama base, which is basically a broken street or something, a crossed street piece. You got this loose steel plate type of accessory. You got a Captain America helmet as a little throw-in. And when we pan down, of course, a lot of different accessories. So let's start from left to right. Here on the left you see the actual battery box. You got a huge amount of batteries, a real barrage of batteries. And take your time and patience for putting them in, and also use your own screwdriver, because there are some tiny little screws on the shoulder pieces, and you definitely want to use the right screwdriver on these pieces. Then of course different hand sculpts, nicely sculpted and painted. You got the usual arc reactor blasting piece, you got some fisted hands, and of course the articulated hands. Then this is something we already saw with some other releases, like the blasting effect here on the repulsors. So then let's go for a bit of unexpected throw-in. So this is a secondary battle damage chest piece, where you actually can reimagine the scene where Captain America smashes the shield into the arc reactor of Iron Man. So then if we continue here on the right side, these pieces are really a bad quality control by Hot Toys. So first you've got these forearm rocket pods or rocket launchers, and these two golden pods are really fragile. Don't put a lot of force on it, because they will break and snap off. On mine, one of them was just lying broken inside the box, and I had to re-glue them. So glue or factory glue is really an issue on this figure. Also here on the shoulder pads, you got 4 of them, so 2 on the figure right now and 2 here. All 4 pads had a missing magnet. Well, the magnet was lying inside the box. A really common issue, as I heard. My buddy Virtual Devil had 4 Mark 46 opened, and every single one had the same issue. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit of an unfortunate thing on such an expensive figure, but it's nothing what a bit of super glue could not fix. So, and then of course we got this amazing portrait of Robert Downey Jr. As you can see, it comes with an extra color piece. And look at these details, it's crazy. It's a bit of a reimagine of the 1/4 scale Mark 43. I will show you a comparison in a minute between the two head sculpts. Of course here, as you can see, he has a dark eye, like in the movie, but overall it's probably the best 1/6 scale portrait of Robert Downey Jr. by Hot Toys. And if you want the full comparison, let's head over to Budget Stocks channel, because he did a nice comparison with the history of all Robert Downey Jr. heads by Hot Toys. Yeah, and here, as you can see in the background, these are just two blast parts for the boot section of Iron Man. Okay, let's go for the comparison of the head sculpts. First, from Robert Downey Jr. It's really a bit creepy having them compared directly. So on the right side, this is the Mark 43 quarter scale version, and here's the new Mark 46 1/6 scale version. There are some minor differences because of movie authenticity reasons. So here, as you can see, the facial hair is a bit different. And of course the dark eye, but overall both are great head sculpts. Same hair work, I think. This is a bit lighter in terms of the hair application or paint application, but other than that, really great. So I think let alone this piece is a good investment, because probably it's the best Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt to date by Hot Toys in their 1/6 scale form. Alright, let's go back to the figure. I will give you a short pan to the top, and then of course I give you a 360 so that you can enjoy all the details on this magnificent suit. Alright, so what can I tell you? First I think I will cover the battery compartments. So you got them everywhere. First and foremost, behind or below these shoulder pads. It's quite an operation to pull this off. I think first you don't have to be afraid. There's a lot of thick paint there below, so put your fingernails just below there, and then somehow it will then got removed. And as you can see here, there's the tiniest battery compartment you could imagine by Hot Toys. Just use the right screwdriver, because this screw here is extremely tiny, and don't use the original Hot Toys piece. Then here's the switch. Just switched it on, and here, as you can see now on the back side, there's this little small LED plate. It's not even a bulb anymore, just a little plate, SMD LED or something like this, and it shines quite nice. So then of course you got the LED just beneath the head sculpt, which for my liking is really good proportioned. Also this section here, the torso area going in line with the head, is amazingly well done, and I think right in proportions. So you just lift this up, there below is the battery cover and the button, and then as you can see, a nice blue tinted LED behind the mask. So for the arc reactor light up feature, you have to go on the back side. There's this rear panel that you remove, and there's a switch. So let's see what happens. Boom, so it really lights up like a Christmas tree. There is a LED, there is a LED, here's an LED, here, so everywhere there are just lights. So that's one of the most amazing light up features I've probably saw on an Iron Man figure. Really cool. So then let's go for the thigh armor here on the back side. There's a LED switch right below. Just use a lot of force. I always fear that I could snap these little pieces here on the left and right, but I removed it already like 10 times and they're still holding in place. So here's a bigger battery compartment. Let's switch this up. And as you can see, you got here an LED and here. And also here. So it's really great. A lot of micro SMD LEDs everywhere around the figure. On mine everything works, at least for the moment, so that's a good thing. So what else I can tell you? For example, here a major notice, as you can see, they totally closed the gap. So with a bit of articulating this shoulder pads here is absolutely no problem for closing the gap. But there's a major drawback. So on this part I actually managed to scratch it right beneath the shoulder pad and this part, and there's a bit of red color faded away here or scrapped away. So that's a bit unfortunate. Maybe I have to repaint that edge from time to time if I articulate it too much. Then of the arms and forearm gauntlets, as you can see, there's also a lot of stuff going on. So beneath, let's see, like this, Beneath this arm, for example, there's this forearm gauntlet that you can remove. There's also battery compartment and switch. So and here we go with the activated arc reactor LED. And I think on this thing there's also an LED built in on the upper side of the forearm gauntlet. So that's really cool. And also on the biceps. So there's also an LED. Crazy. Okay, so right now I have activated all the LEDs. Let's switch and dim down the lights now. So first on the right side. And now on the left side. And have a look at this. Really nice. So everywhere there are micro LEDs. Let's pan down a bit here on the whole side area. In the thighs, everywhere. So this is what you really paid a high price for, probably. All the circuits inside the suit. It's terrific. Oh, I actually forgot this shoulder piece here. So let's demonstrate this. Pull this up. Beneath there is this little switch. And there we go. So I mean, it's not meant for everyday use, just removing all the pads and battery compartments and stuff like that, but overall it's really good effect. Also the lighter feature is really stable, it doesn't dim down right away, like for example that problem we had with the with the War Machine, the latest one. So for me that's really good light up setup on this figure. So then I show you the replacement chest piece. So this is originally on the figure, and here is the battle damaged one, nicely sculpted with this translucent scratched acrylic plastic for the arc reactor, and you just put it on. So there's no magnet there, just some tiny snap-in pieces. Really cool. So probably the perfect display for your Iron Man and Captain America battle scene. And here is one spot that I wanted to demonstrate you. You can see this little paint scratching here. That's not from the factory paint, it's really because I scratched this part with this part. So that's a bit unfortunate. So then just some basic info on the articulation. What I don't like is the articulation on this helmet and head sculpt. It's a bit limited and it quickly snaps off. Also this neck piece doesn't look too good, a bit cheap in comparison to the rest. Then of course you can rotate the ab crunch here a bit, 45 degrees left, right, a bit in front and back. The arms you can pull out like 30 degrees like this and push it back in to close the gap. And of course on the legs you got the usual flaps to give a bit more range of motion. But I probably won't do a bit extreme posing with this figure, because I just fear it will then scratch these paint edges also. Look at this beautiful sculpted legs here. And of course here you got a lot of knee articulation like this, and also in the boots there's a lot of articulation going on. Alright, and here's in comparison of the Mark 43 on the left, the Mark 45 on the right, and the new Mark 46 in the center. It's amazing, and I think overall this figure in the center, the Mark 46, is really the best from all of them. I mean, the proportions are great. It doesn't have like these issues like here on the Mark 45 with the gap between shoulder and chest, and overall the stability and durability seems quite good on the 46. And let's continue the comparison game here with the War Machine from Civil War, which is probably the most fitting character next to Captain America to display the 46. Really nice. So you see, these are two amazing figures, and definitely tell where Hot Toys is coming from and how they proceeded the quality and the sculpting work, the paint work and stuff like that. Really nice, and you also can see the height difference is really there, so Iron Man is a tad smaller than War Machine. All good and fine. Okay, so final pose in this video review and a bit of a closure as well and conclusion. So as you can see, I used the Robert Downey Jr. portrait, and it must have been a bit of fate because I posed him with the rocket launcher piece, of course, and when posing him, this thing just fell off and it completely got broken. So normally you would have these two little parts here, these golden parts, they attach to the rocket launcher. Worst glue ever from the factory, they just snap off. So that's probably the major issue with this figure. Expect some quality control issues with the glue applications on these parts and on the rocket launchers, but other than that, it's a magnificent and really terrific figure. I mean, head sculpt is great, paint application is great, articulation is there, you got a lot of accessories. So for me, it's the most beloved suit right now in my collection, and yeah, so this is really one superb figure, I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video review. See you soon on my channel. Thanks for all the support and have a good one. Bye bye guys.